funny that...
First of all, where the fuck is my weed pen?
I don't know. I was using it, and then you had it in the kitchen, remember? And you were like, hang on, when you were on the stove.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go into something, but should I wait for you to find your pen of weed?
I mean, first things first, sort out the fucking drug. Where the fuck is it?
Maybe pause that then. I don't even think it's facing me.
Well, dude, be a man. Pick up the camera and help me find it.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be aggressive.
I'm exhausted. I thought you wanted me to say a few words, Kurt.
I do.
You got me in that mode, and then
fucking hit from the weed pen.
It's around you.
Yeah, where? I mean, we were talking about like premature. No, not premature ejaculation. We were talking about erectile dysfunction.
No, it's not erectile dysfunction. There's a difference.
That's what we were talking about. Okay, you're right. We weren't talking about. You know what? If you are supposed to get a boner and you're not able to, guess what? Doesn't matter if you're not 67 years old. That qualifies as erectile dysfunction.
Maybe you're not supposed to sometimes just because you're with the girl.
Leg up, man. Put your feet up to fucking relax and shit. Don't pill one of those bitches.
I'm good, man. I was relaxed.
Dude, are you sure? If you put your feet up, I'm just telling you.
This is better. Well, I'm good. I'm relaxed. Either way is good for me. I have somebody I think I can get out of here around noon.
What do you mean, somebody?
Oh, I think she's going to do the video thing.
She's going to be here by 1?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. It's hot.
Yeah, I mean, she's nice.
I mean, anytime you have a girl in your apartment, is it not automatically hot? One time, let me tell you a story. It'll take 10 seconds.
Sure.
Good friend of mine, enemy now. I wish it wasn't that way. I appealed to him many times for him to be my friend, but he was on some weird shit. He came over my house. He left. My sister said, I want to fuck him. And I was like, all right, I'll tell him. And then he said, you know, it's weird. All you have to do is go to a girl's house, and as soon as you're in there, being in their house kind of makes you want to fuck them.
His logic seems a little off.
Dude.
About women.
His logic seems off. Let me tell you something.
I don't feel this way at all. I don't agree with any of this.
He believes I murdered someone, and I'm not making it up.
That would be awesome if you did.
You know about the murder thing?
No.
You really don't?
That'd be great, though.
Well, I'm not going to include it on here. Did you think any of the actors had any preconceived notions about illicit drug use happening, whether it's heroin, crystal meth?
Who?
My drinking was open, yeah.
Have you ever just met me and then have you seen my face tonight? Anyone that wouldn't think once, is that guy on something? I think they might be on something if they didn't think that.
Okay. Because at one point, I offered everybody alcohol, nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
Amazingly. I mean, look, if you don't like the depressant joy and serenity and euphoria of alcohol...
I don't mind others that do, but it's just not for me.
All right. Hey, I get it, man.
Yeah, I'll go into the Blue Moon, I'll drink.
I offered...
Yeah.
I offered him the combination, the meth-heroin combination.
What did he say?
I just said to him, I want to fart, but I don't know what to do right in for you. Hold on.
What'd you say to him? What'd he say? It's crazy. Why would you... You gotta watch, because people...
I said, hey, man, do you like drugs? Right? Because he wasn't taking the weed. He didn't say anything about the alcohol. So I said, hey, man, do you like drugs? And he goes, what kind of drugs? And I was like, a little combination of crystal meth and heroin. And he was like, no.
Of course not.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like if I was somewhere and someone said that to me, that I'd be like, let's go.
Because me and you are totally different people. Not to
you
say...
and me?
Than that guy. But not to say that I can't be in the same room.
You don't think he's done crystal?
I'm sure maybe he's tried it.
Dude,
maybe
I
not.
didn't try it until the other night.
But he doesn't strike me... He strikes me as a guy that I could get along with. I like him, but not everybody wants to do those drugs, you know? And when someone does drugs, every time they do it, it sort of leaves an impression behind. Not for a bad thing, but it's a good thing.
A little ghost. It leaves behind a little ghost?
No, it's nothing to feel bad about or guilty about.
It leaves an after trail?
It just leaves how you feel, how you feel. It's like almost how you look says how you... I don't know, it's... Yeah. Certain things people say and do imply that they're, you know, the odds are that they're non-drugs. And just because some people can do drugs and not let it get out of control, it doesn't mean that it easily can at any time, because that's the foolish part of drugs. So I like people that do drugs. I like to party with them, but, you know, I respect people that don't, as long as they respect me for taking them, because, you know, that's what sucks. Like, I hate when people that don't take drugs look at me like I'm a piece of shit, because I don't think they are for not. I think that's cool that they don't have to make that a part of their lives for me to get along with them.
I've been meaning to talk to you. This is a crazy story. And I almost can't believe it exists, and we've never once discussed it. But do you remember when I said to you, dude, there's one thing we have to talk about.
What's up?
And I want to film it. Do you remember?
No.
Dude, you're stressed about it already.
No, I'm not. Just tell me what it is, though. I just got to the chase. What is it? I'm easy to talk to.
Okay.
Talk about the
So good, dude. You're slightly agitated.
I'm not, but I'm saying I'm not someone you have to let me know ahead of time you're going to talk about something.
You don't want like a complete announcement.
I don't.
Like,
No.
You're like, spare me the announcement. Can you please cut to the chase already, you motherfucker?
Just ask me whatever.
All right, dude. When I gave you the money, do you remember to bring some Danny?
Yeah.
And some Caroline.
Okay.
To Michigan.
Oh Jesus! What about it?
It was like $1,000 or $1,200 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
First of all, do you really have Lyme disease?
Yeah, I was pretty sick that year. That was when I woke up with all those rings all over my whole body.
Okay.
Yeah. That was really fucked up.
Okay, so
definitely.
And just answer honestly, I swear to God.
That's like the second time.
My man, fist bump me. I love you.
Where I live.
A good friend. I don't give a fuck. I'm just asking out of curiosity.
I had a dog. Sure, he would bring ticks home. The first time I had Lyme disease, I found the tick that time. The strangest thing about that incident was you're supposed to have one bullseye on you. They broke out everywhere on my body. I'd never seen anything. I had like 6 or 7 of them. What's up?
Dude, that's insanity.
I remember because I got it. The day I got it was my friend's party, and everybody was outside having a good time. I just laid on the couch. I couldn't move. And then after that, I was out of commission for like 2 weeks. And people looked at me like I was really weird that day. You know, it's how I look right now is kind of how I looked when I had Lyme disease. Like I guess 2 years.
What do you mean had? You got cured of it?
It lies dormant usually if you take antibiotics. It never goes away completely. So maybe that was an outbreak because I didn't really notice any bites. But it definitely was a Lyme's attack or outbreak. I have no idea. It's just awful shit. If you don't get that treated when it does break out right away, you can die. It gives you a heart attack. It affects your body. It makes other things give way. You don't die from Lyme disease. It just weakens your heart and your lungs and ages you. So anyway, that's all you want to know?
No, dude. That was not at all what I wanted to know. Hold on.
Because I gave you everything back.
Okay.
Like an extra few bucks.
Yeah. Okay, no. Here's what I want to find out. I was worried you were going to rip me off, first of all.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But you knew I was worried you were going to rip me off. Maybe,
of course,
right?
Anybody would be.
Okay.
Oh.
And then, so I was calling a lot. And then, tell me and be honest here. Did you block my number?
No. Why would I do
Are
that?
you sure? Because here's what I did. Get ready for this. I was like, he blocked me. He's trying to rip me off.
No.
But that's what I
You know
thought.
where I live, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Dude, you think am I going to come to your house and threaten you with violence?
No, but
me?
you could call the police. Anyone, I don't need that.
I would never call the police. What am I going to tell him? Yeah, he was supposed to bring me a bunch of dope and some Caroline, and he's not doing it. Can you help me get my money back? Hang tight. This is all. I was like, I'm sure you blocked me because every time I call now, it goes directly to voicemail. And I spoofed you. Do you know what spoofing is?
No.
I called you from a number. That's what I did.
Yeah, but a lot of times I didn't answer my phone because it was off most of the time. Sometimes it was on. There were times when you called probably and it went straight to my voicemail. Other times you called and it was on, right? It felt like it was on and off?
No. For me, at a certain point, it was off all the time. And
No.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I've been ripped off
couldn't have
before.
been.
I've been ripped off a lot worse than that. A web designer ripped me off for $2,700 once. It was fucking pathetic.
Well, I gave you the money back, so.
Yeah, you did. But hang on. So I was like, at least a solid week of not being able to reach you. And I was like, I'm spoofing him. So I called you from a number. It rang straight away. And I was like, bingo, proof that you blocked me. And now we're here, and I'm asking you, and I totally want the truth.
I
too, 'cause
know.
I don't care because you're my boy, man. And, now we didn't know each other then, but now you're my boy. But so you don't remember blocking me, or if you did, you don't remember it. Or
I had my phone off for about a week. You could not reach me. Every other time you were in communication with me, right? No more than a few days.
And up to a point, at a certain point, I could not reach you. Period. How annoyed with me were you during that time?
No, not just you. There were other people that were trying to reach me. So a lot of times when my phone was off, I would just leave it off. Maybe when you call me from line, I have my phone on for a couple minutes each day. You know what I'm saying? I keep my phone on. I left my phone off deliberately. I didn't let it. I had bigger problems. I knew I would be able to pay you back, so I spent a few days just turning my phone off.
But how annoyed with me were you? Or were you not annoyed by me at all?
There might have been more times where you called and I hung up. Like, I didn't answer the phone, but I didn't block your number. There's a big difference. So
you never blocked it?
No.
And does this feel weird or like I'm interrogating you?
No, it doesn't. Why?
Oh, because I wanted to prep you on it. I was like,
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I who can think, like, I don't remember doing it. So why would I don't remember unblocking you. I don't understand. So,
what do you think of this? Like, we were just ready to chill out. You were so tired.
I am tired. I'm ready for bed.
And then this happened, and now there's a camera in your fucking face again.
No, because I felt bad that I couldn't get you the money back. But what was I? It wasn't too long. I thought I gave you extra back too. A couple extra bucks.
You at least gave me what I gave you.
I thought I gave you an extra $50 or something. I said just.
You might have. Yeah. I'm more likely, truthfully.
I gave you back more.
Most likely. No, I was gonna say most likely. Yeah. I would have been like, don't worry about it. Just give me the $1,200.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the least I could do. Should have gave you more from interest, but as long as I was over what you gave me. And plus, I tried a few times to get shit, and I wasn't. And that's you have to understand. I didn't want to talk about drugs on my phone like that, and I knew that's what you'd be calling about. If I didn't have your money, why would I answer? You know what I mean? So. I wouldn't disappear forever, but I'm not gonna answer the phone and keep every day like I don't have to take your money. You know, it was different. I was living in a place where I lived my whole life. I have a reputation. I really have to watch my ass where I'm from, which is why I kind of like where I live now. I can do drugs and not feel paranoid. You know, when I was in New Jersey, sometimes I do drugs and I feel like somebody was out my house, outside, like the cops.
Can you tell me a little bit about the various stigmas associated with doing drugs and the various, judgments that people automatically make? If you like to party and you like drugs that aren't just marijuana or the poisonous alcohol, well, everybody thinks is A-okay.
It's not. First off, they say if you do it in moderation, but who the fuck drinks in moderation? Fucking morons. You either drink or don't. I don't know. I mean, who has one fucking drink? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. But anyway, not Jesus, but I'm saying. Okay, well, you know what I mean? Okay, so you want to know about that. Okay, well, first off is people think that when you give them money like that you're going to get beat over. And most of the time you do.
Give them money away like what? Like $100 or $1,000?
Just anything up front. If a drug guy, someone that does drugs.
Who thinks they're going to get beat over? The one handing over the money or the one receiving?
No, you were you took a huge risk giving me money, giving anybody money.
I trusted you, you prick.
But I paid you back, so why would you call me a prick?
For dramatic comedic value?
Okay. But then for the sake of comedy,
I would call my friend a prick. That's all.
For the sake,
all it means.
That's fine.
You can't call someone you don't know a prick. Or
I know,
no,
but I don't. I know, but still,
whatever. But you can call your friend that.
Come on, man. I mean, look.
It doesn't have to be all about that story. I was really curious,
yeah.
And I wondered if you had a specific.
I'm not talking about that story.
Because I have some specific memories from that era.
I'm
especially like that kid farting.
Yeah, that was awful.
Dude, it's ridiculous that we both. I asked you about that, Wayne, and you within about, I want to say, 4 seconds answered exquisitely and completely about the day, the night
that was
before.
Awful. Yeah.
Dude, your detail retention on that specific event was impressive.
Nothing like that's ever happened in my life. It was horrible. And I've never had somebody bring a date to my house and fucking have sex with them under the covers when I said you can go in my room and use my bed, and they said it was okay, and we all had to sit around it watching a movie, and then a half hour later, this kid's farting, and it's so horrible. And I asked him to finally leave, to go outside. It's okay if you fart, and I had to apologize because he was embarrassed to talk about it when they watched the fart in my face, like, you know, dude, just fucking asshole, man. Because think about it, it's like somebody is that cool with you and says, "Bro, you farted, it stinks so bad."
Hold on. You've got to quiet down. My neighbors might get upset.
Dude, listen, they fart a second time. You're like, dude, I understand. At least just announce, like, hey, I farted, so I can go in the other room. Everyone farts. Just don't make me smell it. Don't catch me off guard. And they kept agreeing, and no, you'd be pretty pissed off too. And I had something to say to that kid.
I don't feel like I have anything to say that involves me opening my mouth and communicating via words.
Wait.
I really only believe that I have something to say with the means of art via video, music video, short form, experimental, improv, documentary, which I don't even really do, but music, song, guitar playing, give me an instrument. That's a real expression for me. And I don't think that's true for everyone, especially non-musicians, but for me, the most honest expression I can give you that's not somehow veiled in insecurity, fear, resentment, remorse, anger, any of that stuff is I just have to play an instrument.
But I did have a question for you, though.
What is it?
If you had a time machine, where would you go back to? You could only go once.
A time
And you
machine.
and you were stuck there. You could not get back yet.
Do I have any magical powers? And once I go back in time, or is time travel the only magical power I have? And otherwise, I'm just a regular human being. Which is it?
All right, you get to go back in time, and you don't have magical powers, but you have the immunity to the diseases of the. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about going back and getting, like, cholera or, like, dying from dysentery or the Black Plague. Like, you'd have your immunity and, like, any medications you could get in modern-day science.
So I don't magically have the ability to just magically make a girl like me by snapping my fingers like either someone from a movie or from a place in
Well,
time.
because if you did that, then why would you have to go back in time?
Well, I'm just trying to find out the detail. Okay, so I don't have that. You're saying?
No.
I'm just like I am right now, but in a certain era.
Well, yeah, but like if you went back to 1985, like you couldn't get AIDS from sitting on a toilet seat like everyone did back then. You'd have the odds of getting AIDS back in 1985 or missed it when people weren't educated about it. Maybe people were having unprotected sex more. We're educated. We have medicines where you'd live longer now if you got something like that. So you'd have access to all that. You know, like you'd get AIDS today. Like you know, you'd get present day AIDS. You'd have like present day AIDS.
Dude, I was like, well,
Present
I have
day
any
AIDS is not
superheroes? I was like, well, do I have superpowers?
Yeah, you have the ability to not get old school AIDS. Like if you went back to
That's
time.
it. That's not a superpower. That sounds like a handicap.
No,
I'm just saying. I just want to highlight the fact.
Fine, you have one superpower.
I asked you about superpowers, and we've been talking about AIDS for at least 2 minutes.
You have one superpower. You can give people AIDS. You can't say like, no, I wouldn't be anywhere else but right here. You know?
No, fuck that. I'm gonna make it personal.
I made a list of the 10 people I hung out with the most when I was younger. There's only like 3 of them that are alive, and 2 of them that aren't in jail. It's fucking crazy. I come from a place where like most of my friends or people I knew died, killed somebody or something, you know. I was always the scumbag that was gonna die because I was on drugs at a young age. I got picked like most likely to be like a junkie and die by all the people that started doing drugs after high school.
What, in the yearbook?
No, it's like this is just kidding. I mean, I did like, unofficially, you know, the kid that would go nowhere and just be on drugs. And you know what? I did drugs, and drugs are fun, and my life is great. I don't have any regrets. And half those people started doing drugs like when they were 30, and you die because you don't get to build the immunity to the elements that, you know, affect you in a severe fashion. Like those people, sometimes the shit they overdose from is like, what would I do in one line or something? I'm like, holy shit. When I went to the asylum, one of my best friends had me put to an asylum for having one bad day. They're like, all you have to do is piss in this cup and you can go home. I had enough drugs in my system to kill 4 people, and I wasn't even high.
Oh, Now it's time to say goodnight.
It is so fucking good night. 10 minutes ago. Good night.
I'm trying. Hang on. Read that clock. Can you read a clock backwards? It must be 2:02 right now.
It's fucking 2:02.
Because it's not 05:05.
I can't even say. But I need to go to bed.
Okay, well, guess what? You're gonna get to say one last thing. I'm gonna say mine. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna say mine and then you say yours after I go to bed.
That's all I had. You do yours now. I'm done.
I'm just gonna say, let's figure out a way to make people immortal. Let's stem cell research, learn how to clone new body parts, and if you want to go meet God, go ahead. I don't mind. You can die, but I don't want to try. I don't know. I want to stick right here. I don't want to miss any music. I don't want to miss anything. I want to go intergalactic. I want to go into space.
What about love?
Well, love isn't really a feeling. Love is an ability that you learn. You learn how to love. You learn how to receive love and give love. And it's not really. People get their sexual desire mistaken for love, and we're feeling lust, and then but we act like lust should be a dirty word. It shouldn't. You should be feeling the way that you feel, but you should.
Well, who thinks lust should be a dirty word? Are you hanging out with a bunch of
because
fucking Baptists?
When we say we're in love, that's lust. But we're almost ashamed to say lust. But that's a lust. Love.
I don't even deal with it. I'm dealing more in terms of obsession and infatuation now,
I
and I think that's normal.
It's a whole nother time for another night. I'm just saying that what people, 99% of the time when people think that's love, that they feel it's lust. It's just you desire somebody to be with them intimately. That's not love. Love is learning to deal with that person.
What is love? Yeah. Baby, don't hurt.
Love is learning to deal with the person that you lust for. Impericadillos or whatever the fuck the word is. Love is patience. Love is understanding. It's not something like I'm in love. Love makes you happy. Love makes you things. I would love to go to bed. But we could talk more. I'm coming back in like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I'm going to get really fucked up. Because I'm going to come back prepared better that time.
I'm going to be totally clean by then, dude. I want to be smoking a marijuana pen.
Okay, that'd be enough. I'll be totally... I will totally be smoking some pen marijuana too.
I won't be smoking it.
I still have to get this on my face.
Okay.
I gotta go to bed.
Tell the camera peace out then, dude. Say your last word. 5 words left, and then peace out. Give a peace on the camera, or don't.
Hi, my name is Wayne.
Get right in the camera and say it.
Hi, my name is Wayne. That's 10 words. Let's say bye. I have to go. Go away. Fuck you, camera.